Hello everyone, this is Zeno here, and today I'm going to do kind of a tutorial slash PoE math session. This question just got asked to me. I was talking about Brutus's lead sprinkler's potential damage depending on strength and how it has near infinite scaling. There's a certain strength cap that you can get into this game. I believe it's over 4,000 right now. And I was discussing DPS of the weapon with around 1500 strength. But for the sake of this video, I'm currently sitting at 1404 strength. So for this video, Brutus's lead sprinkler is in a multiple of 10, so we'll just chop it off. We have 1400 strength. And we're going to figure out the DPS of this weapon in comparison to Oros Sacrifice as well as Starforge. So ultimately what this tutorial of this video is to show how to calculate damage per second in Path of Exile if you don't like using a macro, or you just wanted to know how it works in general. So the first thing we're going to do is take the weapon's damage once it's been qualityed at its maximum on both values. So we have a minimum roll and then we have a maximum roll, and we are going to take the maximum roll of both just to see the weapon's theoretical DPS. What we do is we add these two together, and then we're going to divide it by 2 to find its average hit. So if you have 322 and 669, 322.4 plus 669.6. We're going to divide that by 2, and that is its average hit. And then we take its attacks per second to make it how much damage per second could we get with this one hit. This is our average hit, but how many hits can you get in a second is determined right here. So we're going to multiply by 1.46. And that means that the DPS on the highest scale things of Starforge is 724 flat fizz, which is the highest flat fizz base, I think, currently in the game. Maybe Iron Commander, if you play the Dex game with Shaper's Gloves. I don't know. That's probably still can't touch Starforge. I think Iron Commander is just too weak. But I think this might be the highest flat fizz weapon in the game. It also has life. Let's do Oros Sacrifice for the sake of this video too. And then we're going to show Brutus's lead sprinkler. So we have 475 plus 600. We're going to divide that by 2, and we're going to multiply that by 1.55. So this is flat fire damage, and it's also a two-hander like Starforge, and this is 833 DPS weapon. So let's do Brutus's lead sprinkler. I have 1400 strength, as we showed in the beginning of this video, but in case you skipped around, I have 1400 strength in case of this ratio of 10. So we're going to multiply by 140 because it's per 10 strength. And so we have our minimum damage here, which is always static, and we have our maximum damage here, which is also static. So imagine if this and this, and we're also going to calculate my physical damage because I do have Avatar of Fire, which means half of my base physical damage will be added to the fire damage. I do have Avatar of Fire. That is flat fire damage. It is a constant always. And if you do play Infernal Blow or Molten Strike, this little bit left of the physical gets added, which there isn't much of. That's why I think Infernal Blow and Molten Strike is the biggest debate to the Brutus lead sprinkler build. I think it's overkill. You could do so many different other skills with it. But segueing back, let's do the math behind this. So we have 4 times 140 because we have 1400 strength, and now our minimum damage is 560, and we have 7 times 140, and so we have 980 plus 560, and we're going to divide that by 2, and then we're going to multiply by 1.44, which makes this currently, just in terms of flat fire damage on a one-hander, 1100 DPS. However, because we have AOF with Zolf's Blood, we can also conclude this. We must divide these by 2 initially, because Avatar of Fire will only take half of this physical. So we have 47, we'll just make it 23.5, plus 112 would be 56, 56.5. Just rounding here. It's pretty close. Divide by 2. Multiplied by 1.44. It's another 57. This is a constant 57.6 DPS that you can always add on. Oh, excuse me, I did that wrong. We're supposed to take the average damage here, which is 40, and add it to the 1504. So let's do that. 40 plus 1504. Never mind, it's 80 plus 1504. 1504 plus 80. Now we divide it by 2. Then we multiply by 1.44. There we go. This is the DPS with Avatar of Fire currently. 1140. Sorry, I got caught up there in my math. I didn't follow the order of operations, and I just reversed that. Fix it. So currently, right now with the dual strike, I'm wearing 2 Brutus's lead sprinklers with 1140 DPS each. Actually, it's a little bit less. I have a 1.42 roll here, and I have a 1.44 here. Let me reverse those. This needs to be in my main hand. This is my Meteor one. The reason why I do that is Dual Strike has a 20% chance with my main hand to deal double damage. And then my offhand will always have Splash. So the best way to carry this is just use 2 Brutus's Lead Sprinklers because they're both 1140 nearly. This is like at least 1100 DPS each of them. So BLS is not only the highest theoretical DPS that you can get, I think, right now in the game. You get rewarded for stacking strength. That's 700 flat life, people. 702. It's a lot of life. So we're not done yet. We still have all of this strength to pick up here. We're going to convert BLS. I hope you guys like this tutorial and learn how to calculate DPS on a weapon, and more importantly, showcasing why the Brutus's Lead Sprinkler, though they're both local, when you use Dual Strike, you swing both of them. So now they're both locally attacking at the same time. And I hope this build works out. But cheers. Thanks for watching.